The Battle of Guadalete, also spelled Guadalete, was a decisive conflict that took place in 711 CE, marking the beginning of the Muslim conquest of Hispania, modern-day Spain and Portugal. This battle was a pivotal moment in the history of the Iberian Peninsula, as it led to the collapse of the Visigothic kingdom and the rapid expansion of the Umayyad Caliphate into Western Europe. 1. Background: the Visigothic kingdom and Muslim expansion. The Visigothic kingdom, which had ruled much of the Iberian Peninsula since the 5th century, was in a state of internal turmoil by the early 8th century. Political instability, disputes over succession, and infighting weakened the kingdom. In 711, King Roderick, the Visigothic ruler, faced a growing external threat from the Umayyad Caliphate, which had been expanding rapidly through North Africa under Caliph al-Walid I. The Umayyads had already conquered much of North Africa and sought to expand into Europe. The Muslim forces, led by the General Tariq ibn Ziyad, crossed the Strait of Gibraltar from Morocco into the Iberian Peninsula with a relatively small but highly disciplined army. The Umayyads aimed to bring the lands of Hispania under their control and spread Islam throughout the region. 2. The battle. The Battle of Guadalete took place near the Guadalete River in southern Spain, close to present-day Jerez de la Frontera. King Roderick, who had ascended to the throne after a disputed succession, led the Visigothic forces in an attempt to halt the Muslim invasion. The Visigoths, however, were ill-prepared for the challenges posed by the highly organized and experienced Muslim army. Roderick's forces, despite their numerical superiority, were disorganized and suffered from a lack of unity. In contrast, the Umayyad army, although smaller in number, had better discipline and strategic leadership under Tariq ibn Ziyad. The battle was fought in difficult terrain, which favored the mobility of the Muslim cavalry. Tariq's forces were able to outmaneuver the Visigoths, leading to a decisive victory. 3. Aftermath and consequences. The defeat at Guadalete was catastrophic for the Visigothic kingdom. King Roderick was either killed or went missing in the battle, and his death effectively led to the collapse of central authority in Hispania. With the Visigothic leadership in disarray, the Muslim forces swiftly moved to capture key cities and territories in the Iberian Peninsula. In the years following the battle, the Umayyad Caliphate expanded rapidly across most of the Iberian Peninsula, establishing the region known as Al-Andalus. The Umayyads controlled much of the peninsula, including major cities like Seville, Córdoba, and Toledo, for centuries. The conquest of Hispania marked the beginning of Islamic rule in Spain, which would last until the Reconquista began in the 11th century. The Battle of Guadalete and the subsequent Muslim conquest dramatically altered the course of Spanish history, shaping the culture, politics, and religion of the Iberian Peninsula for generations. It also represented the first significant wave of Islamic expansion into Europe, which would continue to influence the region for centuries.